Hello and welcome to another Lord Slav video where today I have a wonderful regular guest back on the show. It is Maddox.
Hi guys. Hi guys. I
Uh,
don't have COVID. Don't worry.
he's just
Probably
ate
just
an extremely dry takeaway, just fried chicken and chips, no sauce or anything, just completely dry,
yeah.
going
I'm
and
I'm a
raw.
stranger. Don't worry. I have water, so my throat will become a lot more smooth as the video goes on.
So you'd think that this being the first video in over a month, that I'd have came back to discuss some new kind of exciting news, or maybe something I felt really passionate about that I really wanted to discuss. No, it's just I found a really stupid comment on Twitter and decided that would make a good video. That's what we're doing today. We're trying to decipher probably the. I mean, would you agree this is the strangest Doctor Who related comment you've ever seen?
It's definitely up there. I don't know if I've seen Stranger, but
I mean, I've seen a
I don't
lot of
know.
strange things. Like, I and a lot of people who are regulars on my channel used to be on this app called Amino, and there was an Amino called Whovians Amino, and basically it was just an absolute hive of the most stereotypical, 10 Rose, Clara fangirls that you can imagine, like of that kind of mid 2010s era. And that you
Ah.
would see an awful lot of weird stuff on there. Like I remember one that was like somebody posted this bio thing that was said small chain of the Cybermen, and it was just basically a recap of Rise of the Cybermen Age of Steel, but with lots of spelling errors, but for some reason they called it Small Chain of the Cybermen. I'll see if I can find that and put it on screen right now. It was one of the most bizarre things I've ever seen. And I still don't get it, but this takes it to a whole new level, because this is like a cavalcade of just absolutely, well, I would say mindless, but clearly there is some thought behind it. I just don't know if we're going to be able to get into the headspace
Yeah.
to really work out what this. I suppose we should call it a fan theory. Although they seem very
So
convinced that it's not a fan theory.
so did you find this on Twitter, or
Yeah.
did you come across this? Oh, so it wasn't like you got this on your own
No,
video.
no,
It's
no.
just
This
you
this
found
this was not on my video. I forgot who I stole it from. Very sorry. If you make yourself known in the comments if you're watching this, I'll pin your comment and that can be your plug. Because I don't remember where I get all this bullshit from. It just I come across it, I save it, then I repost it in the Discord chat. That's about it. Anyway, I think I've been keeping all of you viewers, listeners, however you're watching this, in suspense for too long. I'm going to read the comment, and then we're going to go
fire.
through it. We're going to go through it sentence by sentence and see if we can work out what the fuck any of this means. So,
Right, of course.
there is an overarching story for Series 10, and not yet concluded as of Series Flux. It might not be easy to spot, but it is telling the story how the new Guardians over time came to be. Bracket, Missy is the new Black Guardian over time. Rassilon is the new Celestial Toymaker, and spoilers, the former Master's mother and sister to our another bracket, now former Doctor bracket, is the new White Guardian over time. Bracket, she goes by several other names that is familiar. Santa, Romana, Bad Wolf, Rose, with a zero instead of the O. Um, Marion with a capital M, capital A, then just lowercase RIO, capital N, bracket A dot bracket. And the arc for JW, I'm assuming that means Jodie Whittaker, is to have her give
Yes.
birth to a female child that will end up dying as her mind is downloaded by the Crown of Thorns in the year 33 AD in southwestern England or in under the Stonehenge. And Jodie Whittaker will have to walk away from her child as she must preserve history as the new Black Guardian protects her ascension. ... As the Black Guardian, former master, have been in every single episodes with Jodie Whittaker hidden in plain sight. Some episodes even in two forms at the same time. As Khan means ruler and master. Ooh.
So
I've
that's a
lost
lot.
brain cells reading that. Yeah, well, I've been speaking for ages, Maddox, so If you've got any insight on what any of this means, please, by all means, tell me.
Well, I was introduced to this. Dylan posted because we're in this super secret exclusive Discord group, and Dylan just posted that, and I was like, oh, okay. And then Dylan messaged me a couple of days back saying, "Hey, do you want to talk about this?" And I was like, okay. So, yeah, this, um, I have absolutely no idea where to begin.
Well, so I mean, well, the first claim, which is quite an insane claim on its own, is that this is an overarching story that's been happening since Series 10, suggesting that somehow Moffat had these ideas for Jodie Whittaker's Doctor before she was cast, and then Chibnall decided to continue this story arc for 3 seasons afterwards. That wasn't even something that he came up with.
Yeah, Moffat decided that
Somebody's the new Black Guardian. Something about Jodie Whittaker giving birth.
So, Missy is the new Black Guardian over time.
Yes, but how did that happen? Like, this is one of the many logical leaps in this screed, I suppose we could call it. Where did that come from?
I think this comment is actually very thematically deep because it says Missy is the new Black Guardian over time. That means the Black Guardian is a Time Lord, and Missy is the Black Guardian. And, you know, Missy is the Master, and there are other villains who people claim the Master is the same as. Like, people claim that the Warlord is also...
Oh, cringe.
So this is clearly, like, some weird... Like, we're just bringing the Black Guardian into this. Well, the Black Guardian is also the Master.
The Black Guardian hasn't even appeared in New Who. We haven't had a Black Guardian appearance in, what, nearly 40 years. It'll be 40 years next year.
Yeah, since Enlightenment. Since Enlightenment, but yeah, sure.
And like the Black Guardians were very clearly meant to be like, you know, the Guardian characters were above Time Lords. Like, you know, the Fourth Doctor prostrates himself in front of the White Guardian.
That means because that means that the Master all this time has not been a Time Lord.
Oh my god! It was planned all the way from Terror of the Autons. This was a subtle but ongoing story arc.
Yeah, like the if it turns out the Doctor wasn't a Time Lord all along, or not Gallifreyan, like because of the Timeless Child thing, then that means the Master also wasn't a Time Lord all along. The Master was a Guardian all this time.
But I mean, the more wild one is that Rassilon is the new celestial toy maker. Like, you made a good case, well, not a good case, but like somewhat of a tangentially related case that would somehow make that Master as the Black Guardian make sense. But how? Where does Celestial Toymaker and Rassilon fit in together?
Well, you see, in the Five Doctors, when the Doctors are abducted and, like, Barusa gets the mini action figures and puts them on the board, those are toys, right?
Oh! Oh, dreadful.
It's all
Absolutely dreadful. Like,
and there's a precedent
they're just pulling out. This is literally like, you know, fan fiction where they just pull out random characters from the past of Doctor Who and just say, "Oh yeah, they're back now."
There's precedent for the Black Guardian thing because in Enlightenment, I think the White Guardian said something like, "Oh, you will have a third meeting," but that third meeting has so far never happened. But what if it has and we just don't know it? AKA Missy.
The Time War was their third meeting. With the Celestial Toymaker in charge of the Time Lords.
Apparently. And it's thematically deep because if Rassilon is the Toymaker, that means that the Time Lords are Rassilon's toys. So it's a thematically deep commentary on how the Time Lords are toys to Rassilon. And
Very hot. Right, so after it says the bit about the sassy topic, it says, and spoilers, as if like this bit is the bit that, you know, you'd want to look away from because this is stuff we haven't seen yet. He's worked out, or he or she's worked out the trajectory this is going and doesn't want to ruin it for us. The former master's mother and sister to our now former Doctor is the new White Guardian. Who is the Master's mother and sister? The former Master's mother and sister. How can you be a mother and a sister?
I just want to point out how it's like, oh, this has been an overarching story ever since Series 10, but spoilers.
But like, literally, it doesn't matter how incestuous you get. It is impossible to be a mother and a sister. Like, to be a sibling, you have to come out of the same womb. So, like, that would... It's just...
Is it saying that the mother and sister are the same person, or are the Master's mother and sister both jointly the new White Guardian?
Yeah, they take turns. But, like, also, where are they getting this from? What, like... The Master's mother and sister, like, when did we meet them? Or is this just something that they've worked out is going to happen? Like, this series of events that's happened so far inexorably will lead to us meeting the Master's mother and sister, who are now the White Guardian.
Well, if I can think, in the end of time, the Master mentions his father, and then in The Magician's Apprentice, Missy mentions having a daughter. No, there's never been a mother or a sister.
That's actually very, very well remembered, though.
Yeah, I'm surprised I fucking remember.
That's some deep lore. I had no idea about that. So there'd be the no. So it is just a singular one because it says she goes by several other names. The Master's mother and sister. She, not they.
Ah.
So apparently they are the same. Like the Master's mother and sister are also Santa, Romana, as in that Romana, Bad Wolf, Rose. So Rose Tyler is the Master's mother and sister, and whoever Marion is. Is this some kind of like deep lore character? I don't know. Marion. I honestly couldn't tell you what that is.
There needs to be a way of unwrapping this. So the Master appears in wait, no, it's the Master's mother and sister. So it's not the Master. It's the Master's.
Yeah, the Master's now the Black Guardian, and the Master's relative mother and sister at the same time are also the White Guardian. And this is apparently something that we've seen. I want to have this person on. I want to ask them, how does this fit in with, like, Missy's alleged character arc from Series 10?
Well, obviously she was faking it.
Yeah, she's faking it while secretly she became the Black Guardian.
So the Master's mother and sister, who are, like, in this, I guess, are the same. Maybe it's like...
Well, actually, thinking about it, looms might make this possible. Looms might make this possible.
If you're aware of the 11, like from Big Finish, like that Time Lord who has like multiple personalities, maybe it's like that.
Yeah, I kind of forgot it was sci-fi and was just kind of confused at like the how family work.
All
right.
Mother and sister. Wait, I'm trying to unravel this. The former Master's mother and sister to our now former Doctor.
Wait, oh yes, what did the Doctor become? Well, I suppose that's coming in the next bit, although kind of.
The former Master...
The essence of this is that Santa, Romana, and Rose were all the Master's mother and sister the whole time, and they've become the White Guardian, and the Master's become the Black Guardian. And that's the story that that has been told over the last 4 seasons.
Or are we theoretically reading this wrong? The former Master's mother and the sister to our now former Doctor.
Oh! Yes! I'm actually stupider than this comment.
So,
you're right.
So the Master's mother is the sister to the Doctor.
God, there's so many people who've already typed a comment like, you fucking idiot, it was saying that she was the sister to the Doctor.
So is the master's mother is the sister to the doctor?
Yeah, so where does that from?
So does that make the master the doctor's nephew?
Yeah, I
Makes the
suppose so.
snog in that makes the snog in dark water kind of fucking awkward.
Oh, like fucking Nancy uncle right there.
So the I don't think that. Well, okay, the doctor has mentioned having a sister before. I think in like Arachnids in the UK, she was like, "Oh, I was a sister once" or some shit. Um, I
How are you
don't feel
remembering
like
all this deep lore stuff? I forget all of these
I
shit throwaway lines.
Yeah, I don't fucking know. I just I don't even care about any of these stories, but I just retain this information. It's a curse. Help me. But
And then do you remember in Terminus when the Doctor briefly mentioned that once they did actually go on a holiday to Brighton Beach?
some shit like that. Yeah.
Right, so
So the Master's mother, the Doctor's sister, is also the White Guardian,
yep.
who is also Santa. So from Last Christmas, I assume.
Well, yeah, but and also Romana and Rose. So the Doctor has travelled with his sister, who was in disguise, presumably. Yeah, and who's
that
now the
means-
White Guardian and the mother of the Master.
Oh yeah, if you're one of those Doctor Romana shippers, it turns out they're brother and sister. Disgusting.
You disgusting perverts.
What confused me? Right, so Rose is the Doctor's sister slash the Master's mother,
Yeah.
but she became the bad wolf by absorbing the time vortex. So was the Doctor's sister possessed by the Doctor's sister in Parting of the Ways?
Yeah, I mean, it makes perfect sense to me.
I don't know why Rose has a capital O in that.
Yeah, I don't think we're cracking this nut anymore. It's a Gordian knot of a paragraph. So let's move on to the next bit.
Marion's yet though. What about Marion and a full stop?
No, there's no way we're working out what that means. Like, this is proper Doctor Who. You like somebody watches Doctor Who on psychedelics and types out a stream of consciousness.
You know?
S-
Marion A full stop is probably like the next bad wolf or the next Torchwood, like that singular vague one word arc or some shit.
So, the next paragraph. So, this is the arc for Jodie Whittaker. So, this is the arc for the 13th Doctor. Is that she's going to give birth to a female child and end up dying.
Yeah, this is what's going to happen in the next two episodes.
Yeah.
Presumably, this will follow on from like Yaz having a crush on her. So they will make out, and that will somehow produce a baby. And because it's a lesbian relationship, it will obviously produce a female child.
That's how it works. That's how it works, you know.
Yeah, it's totally how it works. So she will give birth to a female child. This is very thematically deep because wasn't it recently announced that Jodie Whittaker may or may not be pregnant?
No, she is pregnant. She announced that she was.
Okay, so she is pregnant, and this is thematically deep because even though Series 13 had finished filming before she had been pregnant, it's somehow foreshadowing the fact that she's pregnant now.
But we've also got to get into like the religious bit here. So it's saying that the female child that she's giving birth to kills her as her mind is downloaded by the Crown of Thorns in the year 33 AD, as in like the Crown of Thorns Jesus wears, and 33 AD I believe is the year he died. In southwestern England, not in Jerusalem. They took him on a full crucifixion tour, of the Roman Empire.
Yeah, obviously the Bible is wrong. Like not only was Jesus actually a woman, like a female child. Jesus was not 33 years old and he was not a man. He was a female child, so presumably like a newborn, who was forced to wear a crown of thorns in the year 33 AD.
In southwestern England, so in the West Country, you got your crown of thorns. Oh wait, no, it's not the Doctor; it's the Doctor's child that's dying. And so
female child.
But so how does the Crown of Thorns download? Are they unironically going to do the hashtag Who Got Mary Preggers episode?
Her, the female child will end up dying as her mind is downloaded by the Crown of Thorns.
Yeah,
So
exactly. The Crown of Thorns is alien tech. Like,
so does that mean
this is like ancient alien shit.
Does that mean that it will extract the female child's mind?
Yeah, I assume so.
In southwestern England, near or in under the Stonehenge.
Yeah, the Stonehenge. There's only one. Oh, that's why they put it in southwestern England. It's for Stonehenge.
Yeah.
Didn't want any scrumpy, which more the
Jodie
pity.
Whittaker will have to walk away from her child as she
Preserve history. What are they saying? Like this child
like,
dying the same year as Jesus with a crown of thorns was like a fixed point that has to be preserved at all costs.
Yeah, Jesus' crucifixion is a fixed point, even though we've now established that it's not actually Jesus, it's the Doctor's female, like, infant child, and he didn't die at Stonehenge, she died at... No, she didn't.
She did die at Stonehenge, not in Jerusalem.
Some shit like that, yeah. And she has to walk away from her child.
It explains why Jesus was always depicted as white, actually.
Yeah, true.
And then the new Black Guardian, which is the Master, protects her ascension. As in the ascension to heaven. My God, this is like full on weird, like Christian fanfic as well as Doctor Who fanfic. The Black Guardian is now helping, like, this female child of the Doctor's ascend to heaven after being crucified with the crown of thorns in 33 AD in Stonehenge. The Master is this Black Guardian.
We've established that the new Black Guardian is also Missy, so this isn't just someone's insane ramblings, there's, like, continuity to their insane ramblings.
Yeah. So, and as the Black Guardian, former Master has been in every single episode with Jodie Whittaker, hidden in plain sight. Where? Oh, right. Oh, it's saying that they were hidden in plain sight because Khan means ruler and master. So, as in Yasmin Khan. So, Yaz is actually the Master, which I don't quite know how that works in the episodes which have both Yaz and the Master in the same room, but...
So, obviously a multi-master story, like the
Yeah. Yeah, no, Spyfall was a multi-master story.
Yeah, it even says even in two forms at the same time.
So in two forms at the same time.
So,
using his new Black Guardian powers, this is possible.
That's O and Yaz. Like, they were both in two forms at the same time, present, because they were both the Master. I'm just wondering how, like... So how does Missy factor into that? So, like, they say the Black Guardian... Missy is the new Black Guardian. Does she then turn into Yaz and then O? Or does she turn to O and then Yaz? What's the logic?
I don't know. I'm trying to work out, is this a troll? But I'm just thinking, no, it can't be, because you can't make up something as deranged as this. Like, it's just not possible.
So...
Well, let me sum up for you here, Maddox. It might help you. So, the Doctor has a sister who is also the Master's mother, and they have become the White Guardian, with the Master now becoming the Black Guardian, and Rassilon becoming the Celestial Toymaker. And this has all happened in the last 4 series. And the arc for Jodie Whittaker, so 13th Doctor's arc, is that she's going to give birth to a child, which will then go to the year Jesus died, be crucified with a crown of thorns, which is actually alien tech downloading her mind. And this is going to happen at Stonehenge, with her ascension to heaven being facilitated by the Master, who is now the Black Guardian. And also Yaz is the Master as well. And the Master now has 2 forms. There's no way this is a troll. This has to be real, because you couldn't make that up. You couldn't make that up.
Who the fuck is Marion? We still don't know.
Marion. If anyone wants to help us with who Marion is, leave a comment down below.
So That is thematically deep because the Master's mother is the White Guardian and the Master themselves are the Black Guardian. So it's thematically deep commentary on
On the why Jesus died for our sins, but
again.
Jesus was actually a female child of the Doctor.
I'm really trying to like summon up my inner Connor here to help me with the themes of this, but like it's only getting me so
Yeah.
far. How we just got to speculate on how like on any like foreshadowing or hints to this. Not at all like crazy rambling.
But the
in
only
the
the only foreshadowing they mentioned that is that Yaz's last name Khan means ruler and master, which is a bit of a stretch because it literally just translates as king. But okay, you
Yeah,
do
but
you.
like where's the foreshadowing for Rassilon becoming the new celestial toy maker?
I don't. Yeah,
Or,
like Rassilon hasn't been mentioned since series
Series
9,
9.
and according to this, the arc only starts in series 10.
Yeah, I don't fucking know. Well, like, has there been any like foreshadowing for the 13th Doctor being pregnant, or for Stonehenge coming back, or for the Master's mother slash Doctor's sister being
Being Romana, Santa, and Rose.
and Bad Wolf, who may I remind you possessed Rose at one point. So that means the Doctor's mother slash the Master's sister possessed themselves at one point, which is Inception level fucking batshit. And again, Marion. Who the fuck is Marion?
And I still just want to know how and why have they become the White Guardian, Master become the Black Guardian, and Rassilon become the new Celestial Toymaker? I mean, what does the Celestial Toymaker even have to do with the Guardians?
Fucking nothing.
Like, literally, that Toymaker stuff isn't mentioned again. I mean, at least they tie back in the Black Guardian stuff to the weird, like, Christ death ascension that happens. But oh, okay. I think we're gonna have to end the video here. I can't cope. This is too much for a Sunday evening. This is hurting my brain.
Yeah, we've dissected this thoroughly, and we've concluded that yes, all of this will happen in the centenary.
Yeah, this is happening in the Centenary. I won't be watching the next 2 episodes, so you'll have to tell me if it comes true.
Yeah, there's no mention of Dan in this, or the Fugitive Doctor, or like the O Master. Like nothing really. Like that, we're just going to assume that their plots will be abandoned, and instead this will happen. So
Well, they were all red herrings. Was the true ongoing plot the entire time.
see, that's when Chibnall announced like he was at a panel and someone was like, "Oh, can you give us any hints for Series 13?" And he just said Swarm. Instead, he should have said Marion, and then this would have supported this lovely person's claim that this is totally going to happen.
Yes. On that note, next time you're at a con, ask Chris Chibnall all of these questions to see if they're true. Or ask him about all of this. Yeah, thank you for coming on, Maddox.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Dylan. Please bring me on for something more substantial next time.
This was very substantial. This is the most high IQ bit we've done for ages.
This is the most big brain thing. Like when I made you that intro of like Stephen Moffat with his massive brain for like Slugcast or whatever, this kind of content like really fulfills that vision. Just big brain moment right here.
Absolutely.
Moffat planned this all along.
He did. Moffat did plan this all along. It is the true fulfillment of his galaxy brain potential. And with that, I will see you all in another video. Fare ye well.
Bye, mother sluggers.